Hi everyone! I got my hair done and my nails, so excited. That's the first thing I wanted to point out for today. Second thing is, I did a video I wasn't really planning on doing because, I don't know, I felt like I didn't want judgment on the types of books I read as a teenager. By teenager, I mean like 19 and under. So a lot of them, yeah, so okay, teenager and child, I guess. So some series in here are finished. Some series are not finished, like collecting, so I haven't finished reading. And some series I actually have all of and just haven't got around. I think I've read part of and then stopped. Not for any specific reason, other than I probably forgot I was reading it and had to do other stuff. Busy life as a teen. But yeah, so now I'm trying to recollect a lot of these books and I'm going to reread when I finish the whole collection instead of just waiting, because there are some that now have like books that are set before the one I have. Yeah, but also I'll explain it all as I go into it. I don't want to give too much away about these books. I could fully give like loads of spoilers in them because I do love some of these series a lot. So it's going to be super hard to try and tell you what happens without giving away the whole series. But I'm going to do my best. I do have my Relentless, so hopefully that will help keep it going a bit quicker. So they are all fantasy. Don't know what that says about me. From teen and under, that I've always loved fantasy. I'm always a fantasy girly. Only as like the last 2 years have I branched out into reading. No, it was only last year. 2024 I read my first romance book. And now I'm kind of half obsessed with that too. We're not going to go into that. So this is going to be a series of books. This is going to be like a little series, I guess, because this is going to be series that I have loved overall. This is what the series is going to be called. But this is going to be the ones I read from a teen and younger. I have read books now that are for teens that I've still enjoyed. So they're going to be like in a different video. But these are books I read when I was a teen and younger and enjoyed or loved. We'll say loved because I loved them. So let's kick us off with Kelly Armstrong's Bitten series. Well, this isn't the Bitten series. They did make a TV show called Bitten and it only followed Elena. But this series has 13 books, okay? And it's not just her. It's called Women of the Other World. So this has Elena, who is a werewolf. We have Paige, which is a witch. And Savannah, who's also a witch. She's later on. We have Hope, who is a half demon. We have Jamie, who is a necromancer. We have Eve, who is like an angel ghost, I guess. Like half her time is as an angel and half her time as a ghost in the end. But yeah. Yeah. There is a vampire in this series, but she doesn't have like a book like this set for herself. Like she's not got a whole novel. Those ones do. So that's exciting. So in this, book 1 and 2 follows Elena. And so does Broken and Frostbitten. So 4 books follow Elena's story. Yeah, 4 books follow Elena's story. They're not all straight after each other. So you've got book 1 and 2, which is Bitten and Stolen. And then you've got Dime Store Magic and Industrial Magic, which follows technically Paige. So I can't remember all the order. I'm not going to lie because it's been so long. And I'm pretty sure that if I do feel like there was like no personal demons involved or something. My personal demon or personal demons. Something like that. Which is Hope's story. And yeah, so it just keeps going. In the first one, It's where we meet Elena, obviously, and her story. This story is more about acceptance, okay? Let's not get confused. This is about acceptance and of herself. And we get some of her past in this one, which is really great, because otherwise I feel like her story wouldn't make sense. Yeah. And it's nice to see the pack dynamic. So that's always nice. And then to follow this series, we have Men of the Otherworld, which is technically Otherworld Tales series. It's like they go in coinciding together kind of thing. This has 5, but they are novellas, like short novellas in each book. So this one this story sets follow, like, you get Cassandra, who is the vampire. You get Jeremy, who is the alpha. You get Clay, he's in here too. You get Malcolm as well, which is Jeremy's dad. You get another Hope and Carl story in here. You get more to Paige. And I think there's another Savannah one in here. Savannah she's at the end of this series, like this whole series. She's the last, like, storyline part of it. But it's nice to see. And there is another set of stories in here, but I don't want to tell you what it is, because I feel like that's detrimental to this series itself, because it does go hand in hand. Oh, and we get some more. We get like another Jamie story in here. Pretty sure. I'm looking up, like, I can see all the books. I can't see all the books from here. So these are twin series, basically. I read all of this before I read this. I don't feel like you needed to do that, but I did that anyway, and I loved it that way. It was perfect. So there's that. Can't get them back on the shelf now. So this next series, I'm pretty sure I finished it all while I was a teen, and then I started trying to buy the books to have at home, and then I haven't bought all the books, obviously, because it's me. So when I get all the books, I'm going to reread, but I'm pretty sure I read it all when I was a teen. This is a vampire, definite YA book. This is the House of Night series. First one is obviously marked. They have, like, novellas in here. You got, like, Dragon's Oath, which is one of the teachers, I think. And there's another teacher as well, her vow. Yeah, but this follows, like, a 17-year-old who gets marked as a vampire, and her whole life like changes. She becomes a vampire, obviously. She goes to this school, and yeah, there's, like, a lot of change. I feel like I have to want to mention that there are characters in this book that you probably will hate. Yeah, but by the end of the series, there's not so much hate on them characters, because I mean, I felt for them by the end of the series. I feel like there's a lot more. If I didn't finish it exactly, there's probably, like, maybe another book or two after where I was if I didn't finish it. But there is a lot in here. Like, this one might be a small book to start with, but it has so much going on. And I feel like, I'm pretty sure there's 2 books in here that are the same name, and I got confused on where they were in the series. They originally had black covers. I do actually have one still with black cover, but I really like this colourful cover, so I'm going to try and collect all the colourful covers, because I really like them. I thought it was nice, and it looks nice and colourful on the shelf, because it will go in that way. But yeah, so that's a YO. My next one, I saw what the next book was. Next one is Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. This follows the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Sorry, got confused. This is a adult vampire romance, okay? Thinking, oh crap, what kind of a teenager are you? No one watched what I was reading. Oh Lord. this series I never finished reading because I kept moving and a lot kept happening. And then now I'm so far behind that there are books now set from before this one that's been released. So I need to get those, and then I'm going to reread the whole series. I think I have like 6 or 7 of these. There's like a lot in the series. Oh my lord. This one follows Wrath and Beth. And I didn't give too much away on the other one, I know. This... He is... I don't want to give that away because I feel like that's detrimental to the storyline. He's the vampire. Okay? She's still kind of human. But she can... There's a transition thing that they do. So she can turn into a vampire. She might not. But she's still good. That's literally like that. That's all I can really give away without giving away this. Oh, but the Brotherhood is literally like a brotherhood of 5 maybe vampires. They are fighting a society. They're called lessers, right? I'm looking at this. Can't see anything. So they're basically fighting the Slayers. So they have like their goddess, which is, I'm not going to tell you who she is. And she has a brother. And so she created them and he created the Slayers because he was jealous. So they're fighting the Slayers all the time. Now, where I'm at now, there's only obviously still 5 main brothers in the Brotherhood. But there are family legacies and things like that from previous brothers. So the point I think overall is meant to be that they're trying to train those legacies to become part of the Brotherhood. I think that's what that is. I'm 100% not sure because I haven't read all of them, but they are trying to start training them. Now, this also has a lot of sister series connecting. We've got the Wolverine series, which I have got book 1 and 2 as 2. That's Claimed and Forever. And I think, or Claimed on Mine, and the next one's Forever. But that's still set in this same universe. And I'm pretty sure we get POV, because this is multiple POV in first person. And I'm pretty sure we get some of the characters from this side of the story in there as well. And I think that there's like actually a legacy series as well. And then I think they've got like a prisoner series. So there's like a lot to go with this one. So I have so many books I need to collect just for this one alone. I think we're on 21 books or something. But now they're making a show as well for Passionflix. So I'm super excited to see that. I downloaded Passionflix onto my phone as soon as I found out they're making this as a series. And I'm really waiting for it to drop so I can just, yeah, watch it. There are other series on there that looks interesting. But this one, I'm dying to see how they make it. Because, yeah. And then we have A Quick Bite, which is by Lindsay Sands. Now, this is a... oh, gosh. This is a vampire romance. It is got spice in here. A lot of it. Not that I knew that when I first bought it. When I first bought it, I was 16. Technically, I read Love Bites first, which was released first. And that was my book 1 for Time. And then she released this one because this one should have been, needs to be read first though. So I picked it up. I do happen to have the second one still. And I think I have the 3rd and the 4th. Maybe the 5th. Possibly the 6th. But I haven't finished this series. And this has like 31 books. 31. This follows the... oh, I can't even pronounce their last name now. But it follows a vampire family. So in this one, you've got the sister. Love Bites is the brother. pretty sure the next two after that is the two other brothers, and then the one after that is the uncle. So yeah, it follows their whole family. This one has I can't remember. I can't see the names. Oh Jesus, my eyes are killing me. But yeah, so in this one, basically the mum wants the daughter to get married, fall in love, and she kidnaps a dude. Basically, does it say that she kidnaps him? Wakes up in a stranger's bedroom pretty quickly. So yeah. Gets kidnapped. It's still a romance. It does have romance in it still. It does say, this is how old it is. On the back it has romance and then sexy, so that's how old the series is. It has gothic there, but it's not red ticked. It has action packed, that's not red tick, and it has funny. It is still those things. There are still quite a bit of action in this series, but it's just yeah. Please don't judge my reading habits as a teen. And then my nanny brought me these when they first came out. I have the Harry Potter series. Now, I may not like the author herself, but I love her work. Okay, I loved this series. I loved this universe. I'm not a big fan of the author herself as a person, but I do like her work. And I can't condemn her work. I enjoyed it. My nan brought it for me when it first came out. I have the first hardback editions. When it first came out. This one is Philosopher's Stone. After a while, I think they changed it to Sorcerer's Stone. But it's actually called the Philosopher's Stone. So, but yeah. This, if you don't know, follows witches and wizards in a magical school, learning how to use their magic. I feel like this one I don't need to explain, but I still had to, just in case. I loved this, okay, as a kid. I loved it. I loved the movies. Yeah. I don't give the book fault. Also, maybe I'm not fond of her specifically as a person, but I did love her work, and her work was enjoyable for me as a kid. Have I reread it since though? No. Not because of her, just because I have so many other books in my TBR that I don't want to fall behind rereading old books. Yeah. And then we're gonna go back to adult. This is J.R.R. Tolkien, which is this one is the Lord of the Rings series. I have read The Hobbit, but I can't find it in the house. I don't know if I have a copy. This one is Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. I do have obviously Two Towers and Return of the King, but I picked up the first one. Guys, this is a movie if you haven't read it. If you have read it, you would know. The movies are probably not as great as the books, but the movies have far less singing in them. There's little shanties all over the book. And I forgot how much dwarves love to sing until I got into the story. This has elves, it has dwarves, we have wizards, we have griffins, we have all sorts in here. Hobbits, just in case you didn't know. I'm trying to figure what else we have. Orcs. I can't remember everything else in there. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. It's been a long time since I've read this whole series, and yeah. But yes, overall, I don't know what I was like as a teen. Always fantasy, obviously. Like I said, only this year did I start reading, last year, sorry, did I start reading romance. Maybe I should have read some romance as a teen. But yeah, so I feel like this one's pretty self-explanatory. If you haven't read the book, you most likely have watched the movie though, because there was a trilogy movie to this one and a trilogy movie to The Hobbit. They are decent movies. They just cut out so much singing. So much singing by the dwarves. But yeah, this is that. And then we're going back to the YA side because I have Twilight. Now this is the original black cover set. I bought this series, right, the day I went to go and see the first movie. My mum then told me I wasn't allowed to start this book until after I watched the first movie. That's what she told me. So Lord knows I waited to read this book for after the movie. I laughed a lot more reading this. Like chapter 5, I felt like they should have threw that in the movie. And I'm really gutted they didn't. And then I brought the rest. Like I kept reading. So this I brought, and this is obviously as a teenager, I didn't care. I brought this one, Breaking Dawn. When I brought that one, it's hardback, whereas these are paperback, obviously. And then I bought the novella, that's hardback. Then I bought the 10th anniversary edition, which has got Life and Death and Twilight connected, hardback. Then I've got Midnight Sun, hardback. But they're all in their black covers, so they all match. So, yeah. But it's a little battered because it is so old. It's an old book. Okay, I've had this forever. And I have moved so many times. I'm surprised the book's not ripped apart. But you can see how old it is. But yes, I did love this. Okay, so if you haven't read or watched Twilight, because it is also a movie, it follows, as I just said, it follows Bella Swan and Edward Cullen. Edward Cullen is the vampire, Bella Swan is the human, and it's their love story, basically. I still need to read Life and Death and Midnight Sun, and then I've read all of them officially. I'm gonna plan on doing this a video for you guys, doing series I've started and hope to finish, because I keep adding more books, and then some of them are for series I've already started reading, and then some of them are a whole new series and they gotta get added in there too. So there's that. And then we have, this is a side Changeling book series. This is called A Slave to Sensation. I can't pronounce the author's name, so please don't ask me. So, in this book, we have the Psys, which I'm pretty sure is meant to be like psychics, but they're not quite psychic. They have different other abilities. So our Psy in this book is Sasha Duncan. So Psys, they are humans that are controlled by their abilities, realistically. There are ones that can see the future. There are ones that are like the army type Psy. They can just kill you with a thought type thing. There are ones that can read emotions, like feel emotions, I guess, or read them. I can't remember what some of the other ones were. It does say it in there, but it's been so long since I've read it. I think I only have like 3 or 4 of these as well, so I need to finish off the series and then reread it all. But this one follows Sasha, and Lucas Hunter is the changeling. So he changes into a panther, but he's the alpha of the snow leopards or leopards. I can't remember which one they were. And I don't think it says here. Doesn't even tell you there's a panther in the back. But I think that was like the big difference, was that or panthers. He's a panther and they're the leopards. He's their alpha. And there is another pack in there. They're wolves. So, but they're also connected to this story as well. Like it interconnects between the two. I'm pretty sure the second book goes to the wolf pack, and then the third one comes back to this pack, I think. I can't remember. Don't quote me. Been a long time since I've read it, and I'm staring at the back like I can see, but I can't. So, but in this one, in this story, it's more about her finding out more about herself and what kind of size she actually is. And yeah, there's like a lot more stuff going on in the story. It's fun to read. There is obviously like spats in there, but I guess as a teenager I didn't really notice any of that. And now as an adult I'm thinking, oh damn, there really was it like in there. But oh wait, no, maybe the next one is actually, no, maybe the next one's part of this pack, and then the one after that is the other one. It's very confusing. I think I only have like 3 or 4 of these anyway. And then this one went missing. I had to rebuy this. So this is like a brand new copy that I've never even read because I had to rebuy it. But I do plan on reading when I buy the rest. Okay, so there's definitely going to be something for that. But I did enjoy this series. If you've read it, I'd love to know. Okay, because yeah, I can't be the only one. And then we go back to our YA side of things, and I have Vampire Academy. This has a sister series as well. I can't remember actually what the actual series is called, but that's got like Bloodlines, Indigo Spell, Golden Lily. There's 6 in that series. There's 6 in this series. I do have all 6 books to both series. I don't remember if I ever finished reading this. I mean, literally. I remember reading this one, Frostbitten and Shadow Kiss, but do I remember reading Blood Promise, Spirit Bound and Last Sacrifice? No. No, I don't. So I will be rereading it at some point. It's not on top of my goals because I have so many. But this is eventually going to get reread. Most people already know, but this follows literally an academy with vampires and their guardians. Although they're not called vampires, I think they're called Morois. And the guardians are called something else. It doesn't actually say on the back, which really doesn't help. But she's like royalty or nobility, and her guardian is not. But she's kind of like, her mum is quite, the guardian's mum is famous, I suppose. Anyway, they made this into a movie. Movie was kind of fun to watch. Not amazing, not absolute rubbish. It was just fun to watch. Then they made the series. I loved the series, but it got cancelled. But they did change a lot of stuff in the series to this. So, with that in mind, I need to reread. And then I'll have to read this other series. I'm pretty sure the other series is a character that's actually in this one from Blood Promise. Pretty sure. Because they also have like the bad vampires that are trying to kill like them. If you haven't read it, it might not make sense. But if you have, you kind of get what I'm saying. Kind of get it. Kind of. And the last one is this Sookie Stackhouse series by Charlene Harris. This one is the first book in the series, Dead Until Dark. I'm pretty sure I have like all the main series. I'm pretty sure there's like novellas now, and I don't have all of those. So last time I looked, there was like more books added into here, and I'm like, what? So I need to get those, obviously. But I had read, I think I've read up to but 6 maybe or 7 in this series. But don't judge me, guys. This one has a lot of spice in it. It's like half spice and like teeny bit of storyline. I didn't know that when I bought it. Didn't know that. No clue about that. I bought these for £1 in a charity shop while I was in Yarmouth. And it has that sticker on, and I can't get it off because it's been there so long. So when I first started reading these, I actually watched the series first and then read the book. The first book. And because I enjoyed the first book a lot more than the series, I read the second book and then watched that series and then kept going. I think there's only 7 series of this one, but there's quite a few books. There's at least 8 or 9 books, something like that. On here it says 8, but I'm pretty sure another one came out, so it made it 9. But yeah, so it is what it is, guys. But yeah, so that's literally the last book in my little books I read as a teen haul and that I loved, series that I loved as a teen. Gosh, please don't judge me, guys. There are some crazy books in there, huh? If you've read any books in there, please let me know. If you finish any of the series that I've already started and not finished, please don't tell me the ending, because I'm super excited. But I'd love to know if you've read the series and what you think of it. I'm trying to think what to say, because I had it all planned out in my head and now it's this woof. If there's any like series that you'd recommend reading, please let me know. If I've already read it, I'll probably end up doing it in another video anyway, of series that I've read and loved. But if I haven't, I can definitely put it in a pile of series to read for a video. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it really, because I can't think of anything else to say. Yeah. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what books I read as a teenager, and like the ones that I loved reading while I was a teenager. There are series that I've read that I didn't enjoy as a teenager and don't have them anymore. Teenager or under. And yeah, so I guess I'll leave you guys with that. Bye everyone.